Silver hanging on to support. China slows its gold imports and some subscriber show and tell. Use the time codes below to go to your favorite part right away. But if you're watching this live, you get to enjoy everything we do here on Good Morning Stackers. 244 subscribers in only the 5th week of the show. Can't be wrong. My name is Joe Main. This is your week daily live show all about gold, silver, economic news, and all the other fun stuff that we do on the show. In the first 1 minute of the show, we do the Synchronised Slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. Whatever it is your business. That's okay. We don't judge here. But the rule is you must audibly slurp it, even if you're on your own. It is the honor system. So we're going to do that in the next 15 seconds. We're going to do viewer shout-outs, comments, the whole fun stuff, a couple of sponsorship announcements. Got to do that because I am sponsored by a particular bullion dealer. We'll talk about that in just a second. In Synchronized Slurp in 3, 2, 1. Now, a quick word of warning. I do this from home. I have a sick kid at home today, so if I have to end this straight away, it's because everything's gone to SHIT, and all hands are on deck. So I may need to literally just end this thing straight away. But this is the fun of a live show and doing this from home. So it's really a family thing, GMS family. So let's start with some shout outs and all that sort of stuff. So Black Cole says, GMS, he's always the first one to get in, or he or she's always the first one to get in, and they do it before the show even starts. Smart move. Pete Repeat, GMS. Pete Repeat. Pete Repeat may want to stick around, so should everyone else. Tony should stick around. Everyone should stick around. Right here, Tony Peterson, GMS. Hi, Joe. Jack. Oh, love it. You talk amongst yourselves. And you're just talking amongst yourself. Black Cole, you should stick around as well because we've got so much fun stuff here on Good Morning Stackers. All right, let's go straight into the other stuff. Now, I am going to share today's special from Perth Bullion Exchange. Now let's see if it's going to be up and running. I think it is. Share the screen, people. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au are my preferred dealer, meaning I am brand partnered with them. You can buy from anyone who else you want, but I've been brand partnered with them, and they literally are doing everything that I would do if I were starting my own bullion business again. I started one a number of years ago. I've worked in the bullion industry for 11 years at pretty much all the major bullion dealers, all the good major bullion dealers, I should say. And now I do this show, and I'm brand partnered with Perth Bullion Exchange. Literally, if I would start another bullion business myself, this is exactly what I do, including, and the main thing is, free shipping when you buy over certain quantities. The first company in Australia to offer free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. No other bullion dealer has been willing to do it or been able to do it, and Perth Bullion Exchange is the first. So here's their special for today. It's 30 days of special because they launched their business just at the start of this month. So we're on day 22, and today it's a beauty. It is the 2023 10 ounce mother and baby kangaroo bullion coin from the Perth Mint. So it's a 24-hour special, $10 off per coin. And my understanding is if you buy over a certain amount, I think it's if you buy over 10, I think it's over 10, you get free shipping, but we can, there'll be some notes down there, double check all that sort of stuff. There'll be a video actually on the Perth Mint, the Perth Bullion Exchange YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com/@Perth Bullion Exchange, there'll be a video up there soon, I imagine, to do with, and that'll explain all the details. But that is their special. And what else do you need to know? No, probably nothing else at this stage from Perth Bullion Exchange. So they're just absolutely kicking goals. So, and I'm not going to plug anything else because we're going to get straight into the show, because you never know, this could be a short one. Any particular other things here? Congrats on the 1 ounce. Pete Repeat says to Tony, congrats on the 1 ounce win. Yes, Tony won the bet. Tony won the bet between me and her about the $48 thing. It's not October yet, Pete, so I haven't technically won yet. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was part of the rules. But anyway, I thought it was if it gets to 48 Australian dollars by October. That's why I thought you'd won the bet already. But hey, Tony, if you want to say there's different rules and you haven't won the bet yet, okay, well, let's go straight to the price of silver. Exactly. Let's go straight to the price of silver, and we're going to talk about its It's currently sake. Now the volume is back. Dang it. Okay, we're back, people. The joys of living in a remote rural area. Yeah, let's go with that. Cool. Luckily, the live stream stayed up, so that's good. So anyway, let's go straight to silver. I'm now running this on my mobile phone data plan. So let's see what happens right there. This is the first time that this has happened in 5 weeks of the show. I did expect it to happen sooner. So kicking goals right here. I'm one of those people who finds the positive in absolutely everything. It's a strength and a weakness at times. So let's take a look at the price of silver in US dollars. What were we talking about? We were talking about this right here. My final hurdle of 31 US dollars has held as support so far. I did make a correct call, and just they're little correct calls, but I was suggesting that we weren't going to make new all-time highs yesterday. And we actually didn't. We were nearly kind of close. But on the 4 hour, we had, looks like a double top on the daily time frame. You can see we came up to test it, but because of this relative strength index down here on silver, this is priced in US dollars, $32 right now, using the tradingview.com website. Right here, because we had already been in extremely overbought on the relative strength index on the 4 hour, and it was already ticking over, I thought, there's no way in the next 24 hours we're going to make new all-time highs because the RSI is going down. So correct on that one. Double top on the daily time frame. Double top, could that mean we head down? Let's take a look at, again, the 4 hour right here. We're back into sort of normal range, but it is good that it's currently respecting the final hurdle of 31 US dollars. What am I talking about for the new subscribers? It's my final hurdle for silver to confirm it is 100% in a bull market, not 99%, anything like that. So it's over that mark. I just need to see it close the month of May, preferably May, or one of any other month. We could even have a dip below and close the month of May, but if we close the month of June or July or whatever, above that, closing any month above 31 US dollars is the signal to me. Hopefully it happens this month. If it doesn't, it could be next month, but that'll be the 100% signal for me. Again, 99% there. But great to see. Let's see, on the 1 hour time frame, let's take a look. Interesting. Okay, so we had that double top here on the 1 hour. Look at that. Interesting. And then we're back in this range here. So yeah, look, we're on the up and up. We're on the upward direction. So we've actually come down to past the halfway mark on the relative strength index on the 1 hour time frame. We're already trending up again on the 1 hour. Could we see an new all-time high today? Yeah, potentially. But on the 4 hour, it looks like we do have some room to move down here. Definitely room down. So I'm going to stick with probably not a new all-time high in the next, well, not a significant new all-time high in the next 24 hours. I think we still have room to move down. Personally, and I could be completely wrong on that. What would negate that, actually, is the daily time frame right here. So you can see right here, we're in extremely overbought on the daily time frame on the relative strength index, but that can spend a lot of time up there. So 50-50, I'll call it. I just really do want to see it hold that 31 US dollar mark. If we do break through the $31 US mark, which I'll give it a 50-50 chance at the moment, then that support level of $29.80 for me is the big one that we need to hold above. Otherwise, it's back down here and even a potential head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head right there, bounces maybe off 28.40, resistance at 29.80, and that forms the right shoulder, and then down she goes. So I'm not saying that's happening at all. I'm just saying, that's a potential setup. Definitely not saying that that's happening, but good to see it over the final hurdle hanging over, silver hanging on to the final hurdle right there. I'm not going to place any major bets, so I'll just say 50-50 chance of either way. I can see the case for lower prices because of the relative strength index on the 4 hour, but I also can see higher prices for a little bit longer because of the relative strength index on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, yeah. See, here's the thing with the weekly, right? We've just sneaked back into extremely overbought, so you can spend a hell of a lot of time there. And if you look on the monthly as well, we're not even in extremely overbought on the monthly time frame. So there is absolute room to move. So I'm not going to I'll stay 50-50. I don't want to be, definitely this way, definitely that way. But that's what we're looking at for silver. Let's take a quick look at gold and do platinum. Actually, I'll really quickly show you the gold to silver ratio. Right about here, interestingly, what did we find? We found that support exactly where I talked about. Again, it's obvious stuff. It's not soothsaying, look at this guy, prediction man. No, it's really obvious stuff. So anyone can do this. So clear level of support back here in December of 2022 for a number of, we're on the daily time frame for about a week or so. We found the support level at 75, very clear area of support, and we found support, this is on the daily time frame, we found support a couple of days ago, found support again yesterday. The more times you knock on the trap door, the more likely it is to be taken out. So a 50-50 chance that we break through 75. What I do want you to note on the gold to silver ratio is that we are already in extremely undervalued for gold. So gold is now extremely undervalued on the daily time frame on the relative strength index, and it looks like it might be starting to tick up. So support here at 75 could be completely reasonable, and we might even see the bounce today and a green day on the gold to silver ratio, and then it's slow, or not even slow, but it's quick, it's move over the next few days or week or so, or a couple of weeks, back up to this 80 level and testing this downtrend line right here. So gold would be taking center stage at that time. So that's the gold to silver ratio. Let's do gold in USD. And then we're going to get to platinum, and then we're going to talk about China's slowing of imports. We'll do some comments, and then we'll do some subscriber show and tell. Someone sent something in that they were willing for me to show. Right here. So currently, great sign. We are still above the 2400 final hurdle for new all-time highs. That already played out. I called that back before the little high right here. It was back here. I said, want to break 2400 and hold above it on a daily time frame, and then we might see new all-time highs really soon. We did that. On the 4 hour time frame, let's take a quick look. Again, same as silver, we've been extremely overbought, and there's room to move down. So a move and a test of 2400 USD is quite likely, in my opinion. That's that little spike, that spike right there, just kind of says to me at least a test of 2400 is coming. So I'm going to stick with that for now. A test of 2400 US dollars is coming in the next few days. I would say within the next 3 days. Happy to be completely wrong, but I think in the next 3 days, and I'm playing it safe here. Next 3 days, we'll see a test of 2400. What we do from there remains to be seen. I'd love to see that hold the support and bounce, and then just slowly ramp up, and then new all-time highs. But breaking 2400, closing a day, probably even a day, closing a day below it would signify back down to lower levels. And we've got that 2370 level, but we've ultimately got that 2350 level would be major support for me. So that is gold. Higher prices, I'm still going to stick with 2470 as a major Fibonacci level. Even though we've come close to it, I'm going to stick with that for now because it's such a major Fibonacci level. For me personally, you could be wrong. That is gold. Short and sharp. Let's do platinum. Platinum has been, interestingly, look at this. Platinum has been sticking around my support level right here. 1,050 US dollars. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the new subscribers overnight. Like 10, 15 new subscribers, I think, something like that. And I'm getting excited now. I am excited for platinum that we're above this downtrend line right here. I did suggest we would need to hold support at this downtrend line in order for me to continue to be excited. So I'm still excited because we did have a little spike below, but we closed the day above that downtrend line around about that 1,040 kind of area. I will note, though, however, on the daily time frame, we have been in extremely overbought territory, and we are moving down as well. So direction is going down. It tells me more likely, and let's look at the weekly time frame quickly. Again, this is platinum in USD. It tells me personally that a possible. It tells me that a test of this area here is more likely at that $1,000 level. I'll keep it for that. I think more than a 50% chance we don't keep support here at that downtrend line and we come back into this area here. I would ultimately love to find support right here. Let me pop it in at that 1,000 and let's call it 1,005, 1,010 level. If it does break and hold below 990 on a daily time frame in particular or a weekly, then it's oh no, bugger, and we're probably heading back down. So just watch those areas here. Really want it to hold 1,040 US dollars preferably, but really got to hold 990 and moving above. As you know, my final hurdle is 1,115. That tells me bull market territory totally in play. It's just got to hold, particularly hold a month, close a month above it, any month, just like silver, any month above 1,115. And then I'm saying complete bull market territory. We're maybe already there. You know, some people have been calling it. Good friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, who might even be watching this show right now, who has another bullion dealership in Australia, a great guy, had told me recently that he has been longing platinum since it was around about 930 US dollars. So he was very confident that the bull market was in from about there. I've just got to see this 1,015 level be pushed, be held above. So that is platinum. It's gold, silver, platinum, gold to silver ratio. All right, let's do some viewer comments. And then we'll talk about China's slowing of imports. And then we'll do some subscriber show and tell. And then we get out of here. Let's see right here. Some more things here. You can hear me. You can see me. That is fantastic. All good now. Yep, all good now. It was my internet that dropped out. I'm using my mobile phone thing, but I've got a lot of rollover data, so I'm pretty good. China called in 54 billion of USA bonds. It's a whole new ball game for metals, in my opinion. Couldn't agree more. Wonder if China will ask for the 54 billion in gold. Wouldn't that be something? I don't think they dare, but that'd be something. You never know. Living Adam Man's in the house. Good morning. Stackers, Black Cole, Tony Peterson, everyone else. Love that you're giving the shout outs. Ray M is in the house. Good to see you. And Living Adam Man, just put my hat back on. The move in silver. Just put my hat back on. The move in silver blew it off my head. Wasn't that something? Yeah, absolutely something. So let's do a quick synchronized slurp to silver, breaking new all-time highs in Australian dollars just recently. Where it goes from here, don't know. It's looking a little toppy, but not toppy as in complete top. I just mean a short-term top, short term, not like this isn't the peak or anything like that. But let's do a quick synchronized slurp to silver. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you got it with me. Tony Pearson says the big jump has certainly caused jitters in the market. Yep, couldn't agree more. So let's do some quick news and then we'll do some subscriber show and tell. If you want to send in your own show and tell, no, I'll share that in a second. No, we'll share the screen and we'll talk about China's imports. So I've got to get this stuff right, people. Quickly, China's gold imports slow as record prices temper demand. This is from Yahoo Finance. Take everything with a grain of salt. Doesn't mean everything is exactly, it's a fact. I don't know. But from Bloomberg, this is from Bloomberg. So, okay, it's actually from Bloomberg. China's bullion imports slowed last month as demand in the world's biggest consumer begins to buckle in the face of record prices. All right. Overseas purchases of physical gold fell to 136 tons in April, a 30% decline from the previous month, and the lowest total for the year, according to the latest customs data. While prices are heavily influenced by US interest rates, bullion's recent strength has in large part stemmed from robust consumption in China. True, where investment options are more limited than in other countries. Also true. As households and investors contend with a protracted crisis in the property sector, volatile stock markets, and a weakening yuan, money has flowed to assets that are perceived to be safer, juicing gold's rally to all-time highs. China's central bank has also shown consistent appetite for gold. True. topping up its holdings for an 18th straight month as it diversifies its reserves, hedges against currency depreciation, although the pace of the purchases slowed down in April as well. So basically, it's one of these, little bit clickbaity titles, but every news thing does that. China's gold imports slow. Well, it's slowing from a record buying amount. So it's just gone down a little bit. So that's, look at this graph right here. From April, it's gone. It's just a big one in Jan. Prices started going up. Prices were going up, chasing the prices, etc. A big move in March, just gone, and just some lower levels. But look at the average though. It's about par for course for what they've been buying every single month since April of 2023. So you got to take everything. Isn't this fascinating to see how the news tries to manipulate you with these titles? China's gold imports slow. Well, technically it's true, but no need to panic or anything, because they're very much still buying up big. But it's just a little bit lower than the previous month. But it's about for average. Anything else in this particular thing right here? Any moderation in imports is likely to give gold bulls pause for thought. Yeah, it might, but demand from China will remain strong in 2024. Yes, but the huge volume of imports seen over the more recent quarter is likely to level off, which it's doing, says a particular commodity strategist. The precious metal allure has been further dimmed by warnings from China's authorities over excessive speculation. Okay. In the latest move to temper risk-taking in the market, the Shanghai Gold Exchange again raised margin requirements on some contracts from Tuesday. And we'll leave it at that. Okay. China's slowing their gold imports, but it's coming back to more average levels because they just bought more in recent months. There you go. That's your news right there. So nothing to panic about. Now let's do any more quick shout outs. Anything on China right here. Apparently... yes, okay, great. I love these comments. This is great. Hey, CT is in the house. Good morning from GMS, says CT from the Lone Star State. Greg C is back in as well. Great to see you. Living Overman says, grabbing more to celebrate at today's price. More silver, 700 to 800 million ounces just for India's solar panel imports in the next 12 months. This move is reflecting that in that part. Yeah, fair point. Living out in man, according to Bixweir, who doesn't love Bixweir, retail makes up a very small percentage of demand currently. Yeah, wait until it doesn't. Wait until retail demand is much higher. Can you imagine where the prices go where retail demand is larger than where it is right now? Man, it's a very small percentage. Apparently, here we go. Apparently only 1% of private citizens hold metal. Yeah, I think it's closer to that. I don't think any more than 5%. No more than 5%. Someone asked this question a couple of weeks ago on the channel, what percentage of Australians hold precious metals? And they were suggesting it could be, 10%. Like, no chance 10%, not even maybe 5%, max 5%. But yeah, 1%, 1 to 2% is much more closer to me of the world's population, I should say. Topcon in China is cranking out the solar panels. Should be 600 to 800 million ounces if my math is correct. Solar panels alone, climate crisis, climate alarmism, all that sort of stuff. Solar panels, yeah. The two predominant ones for the climate change stuff, solar panels and nuclear. Personally, I think nuclear is better than solar panels, but here's the thing is, try both, try everything that is working and do more than one thing. If you were to get sick with a disease or something, a terminal disease or whatever, you wouldn't just try, chemotherapy. Maybe you would even try that, but you would try multiple things. And do you care which one is the one that works? No, you try everything in the one go. So that's why you do nuclear, you do solar panels. And solar panels, the amount of silver in solar panels and the amount that solar panel usage is growing, it's good for the silver industry, for the silver demand. Brian Smythe is in the house. I'm going to say Brian Smith. I'll say Brian Smith. I got 8 ounces of silver and about 4 grams of gold being delivered tomorrow. Well done. Bought them a month ago already in front in terms of what you bought them for. So you're already up on the value that you paid. Yep, totally. Good on you, mate. Hopefully, Brian, give Perth Bullion Exchange a try. I've got their obviously their specials. It's a plug. Give Perth Bullion Exchange a try, perthbullion.com. au as well if you're in Australia, because you can buy as little as a tube of silver coins and you get free shipping. Crazy. Again, that's my thumbnail. I'm always doing this. Vince Lancy re-silver. Temper your caution with enthusiasm. Yes, correct. One day you'll look back at that as a cheap buy, Brian. Yeah, we'll all look back and go, man, I was buying back in, X amount for X amount of ounces. Hey, Joe, g'day, mate. All right. It is now time for some subscriber show and tell. That's what I'm labeling it now. Subscriber show and tell. Here at Good Morning Stackers. If you want to do your own subscriber show and tell, send an email to gmstackers@gmail.com. Since I did the first subscriber show and tell, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I've already had a bunch of emails come through. So we're going to get through this. If you've sent me an email with subscriber show and tell, I will do yours eventually. I won't do more than one per day. You might not get one every single day, but as long as they're flowing in, I may as well. We'll do some subscriber show and tell, but send your subscriber show and tell into gmstackers@gmail.com. Let me know also if you want me to mention your subscriber name or not, if you want to remain anonymous. This person today wishes to remain anonymous, and that's completely good. We love privacy here in the bullion industry. So here's what I'm going to show you right here. And there's nothing that I really need to say about it, just to show it. This is subscriber show and tell right here. They didn't really mention anything particular about it. They just want to show this particular show and tell of their personal stack right here. And man, I personally don't own any Germania Mint products. Maybe I should now, because look at these bars. These are 1 kilo bars of both silver over here on the right-hand side in the monster box of however many. Actually, no, that looks like that's 1 kilo, and that's the 1 kilo box. Oh, that's cool. So 1 kilo. I was going to say that's a monster box of them. No, it's not. Plus, look at this. Copper, man. Are you buying copper? Anyone buying copper into that? I have 1 copper round. 1 copper round. I was going to say 1 copper silver round, but it's 1 copper round of the Silver Shield Debt and Death coin. And that's from, like 12 years ago. But look at this. I'm going to, let's see. I will go in a little bit closer. Look at that. Look at the toning on it. I just love that. Germania Mint 9999 fine copper. I love that. Plus individually serialized as well. The person who sent this in didn't erase the serial numbers, didn't hide them, so I presume they're okay with me sending them. I don't think it's a big deal. Like, who's going to be able to track you with a serial number? So right there. And look at this box, though. I really like that. So they individually boxed like that. I think that's pretty cool. And look at the Germania Mint 1 kilo silver bar. I think that's just gorgeous. Isn't it crazy how it is an industrial metal, and we try to keep our emotions out of it, don't we? But it's hard sometimes because the coins and the history and the inheritance sometimes, and just the beautiful lookingness of precious metals. So once it pulls you in, you can never get back out. Or just when you think you're out, it pulls you back in. Once it pulls you in, you can never get back out, really. And there's all pieces we have that we will never sell because it's just special. So anyway, tell me what you think of that. That is very, very cool. Any comments on that particular bar? I've got heaps of power cords. Yes, and we're in a conflict. Ironically, I'm doing sale on the one. Okay, fair enough. I will plug you, Tony. No worries. Ironically, I am doing a sale on the 1 ounce Germanias today. Oh, are you now? There you go. There you go. So if everyone pop over to, not now, wait till the show's finished, pop over to the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia Facebook group. It's a private group. So if you just type in gold and with the ampersand, gold ampersand silver stackers Australia, and then you'll see the group. It's got about 8,000 members, so join that one. I think there's some fakes every now and then that have less members. So the one with 8,000 members, join that one. If you're a stacker in Australia, there's some pretty strict admin rules. You've got to be within Australia as far as I'm aware, and stuff like that, and you've got to follow all the rules. But you might find Tony's sale on there today for Germania 1 ounce silver, the bars, I think they are, you'd be talking about. So go check that out. And of course, head over to perthbullion.com.au to buy the, if you didn't see it already, I will quickly show it right here. I am going to share the screen again. Quick second plug for Perth Bullion Exchange. I'm sure they would love that. For today on special, let's refresh that, see what the price has done. Has price gone up or price gone down? Let's see. The 2023 10-ounce Australia Mother and Baby Kangaroo, the 10-ounce Mother and Baby Kangaroo, which had quite a limited mintage, and most of them didn't stay within Australia. They went over to the international dealers. There was one bullion dealer that had the exclusive on it too, so the other bullion dealers had to buy from them. So there's not many left in Australia, as far as I'm aware. 540 Australian dollars as of right now, and I think you get free shipping when you buy 10 or more. Just double check that. You can add it to your shopping cart and do that. And that's pretty much it for that. We are going to do some last comments and then get the hell out of here. Thank you for sticking around for the live troubles in the middle there. So, last comments, and then we're going to do a synchronized slurp and get out of here because you've got stuff to do and I've got sick kids to take care of. So, right here, one day you'll look about that. Yep, cool, I will check them out. Yeah, we're looking at that. Living Adamant says, this is on the silver stuff with India. Similar to India, India now surpasses the population of China. That's crazy. And most don't have home power. And PVs are the cheapest way. Yep. For their state to get them on electricity. Solar panels, man. Brian says, I've got heaps of OI power cords and old pluming pipe for the copper you're talking about. Yes, and we're in a conflict. Hot world and metals drive military technology. Yes, they do. The amount it came out a long time, but the cruise missile, I think, or one of the big missile types, has like 43 ounces of. No, it's more than that. It's at least 43 ounces of silver per thing. It's actually I think it's 140 something ounces of silver per missile. So yeah, let's see. Living Adam Man, MSC, 90% or all, ever mind, has gone to the dump. Yes, and never ended up in the ocean. Paraphrased. Yep, fair enough. Past issue Germania. Oh, this is what you have. Lady Germania. Valkyries, Knights of Malta. Oh, nice. Good stuff. They will mine the dumps. Yes, eventually that will happen. So when silver gets to a certain price, silver recycling will be profitable again, and then you will see every bloody dump in the world get mined for all the electronic products and all that to pull out the little bits of silver in, watches and laptops and this and all that, and all the big, and obviously all the big industrial stuff is going to probably get stripped. All the unusable stuff, it'll, all the stuff that's sitting, waste will get dumped. But yes, the actual dumps will get raided just by everyday people like, everyday people like you and me here at the GMS family. Like people go and try and find copper scrap, and some people find copper scrap, which no one should ever do because it's bloody annoying for the train rail system. But quickly, very interestingly, did you know this in Australia? Whenever you hear, I heard this very reliably. Whenever you hear, if you're traveling on a train and you hear, it's not always the case, but if you hear this train has been cancelled or delayed or whatever due to signal issues. A lot of the time that is a code word for someone stole copper from the thing. So it's like people just pulled out the copper wiring and stuff like that. So it's not always the case, but if you hear signal issues, you go, some naughty person trying to mine the copper. So anyway, we're going to get out of this, I think. Yep, one day recycling will be the trend. Yeah, once silver goes over a certain amount, it will be profitable again, and then that's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like a cycle. It'll keep it up. Someone else can do it, not me. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'll just buy the physical stuff, from bullion dealers such as perthbullion.com.au. Dang, I'll send you a Germania too. Oh, for the shout out promo, Joe, mate. You don't have to don't send me all this. I mean, I'll take it. That's fine, Tony. Love your work, mate. I love it. It's a symbiotic relationship. I love it. So that is it, people. We've talked silver, gold. We've talked about silver hanging on to the support level. We've done China's slowing of gold imports, slowing of gold imports, and we did some subscriber show and tell. Send your email to gmstackers@gmail.com. If you have subscriber show and tell, let me know if you want it to stay anonymous, or I can mention your username or whatever you like. Let me know. And that's it, people. I'm going to go. Let's get to the last synchronized slurp and we can all go. So thank you very much for watching. 244 subscribers in the 5th week of the show. This is just ridiculous. This is the power of building a family. It's a power of building a little community, which was the purpose of doing this. I love just talking about gold and silver and economic stuff, but it was really about building, another little community within the community. So hopefully you're loving Good Morning Stackers. My name is Joe Main. Let's do a last synchronized slurp in 3, 2. Thanks very much for watching. I haven't done a DJ air horn today, so you get one right at the very end. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Catch you later.